What if I told you one of the most damaging forces in your marriage might be hiding in plain sight?
It's not always infidelity, it's not always finances. Sometimes it's the little things we overlook.
It's words.
A sarcastic jab, a careless insult, a nickname you thought was funny, but it crushed them.
Words shape how your spouse sees themselves, how they see you, and how they see the future you're building together.
In the next few minutes, we want to show you just how powerful and how dangerous your words can be, and what it really means to love your spouse with your mouth.
Marriages break down from things that didn't start with infidelity or finances, but words. Words that cut deep. Words that stayed. Words like,
"You're so lazy. You're so fat. You're ugly."
Even if it was said in anger, even if it was said as a joke. Words like that leave wounds.
And if you're watching this and you're thinking, "I've said words like that to my spouse," we're not here to shame you. We are here to plead with you to stop.
When you made that covenant, when you said "I do," you weren't just promising to love when it's easy, you were promising to protect.
To be a safe place, to build up, not to tear down.
Let me show you something. Imagine this piece of wood is your spouse's heart. Every name you call them, every insult, is like driving a nail into their heart. And you might apologize. You might say sorry, but it's too late. Because that nail that you've driven into their heart has created a hole that will never go away.
That's what careless words do. They leave wounds that even forgiveness can't fully erase. And that's why God calls us to build up, not to tear down. It's not always the loud fights that leave scars. It's the quiet, cutting words that we normalize, the ones that seem harmless but carry weight.
Those little comments, they add up. And over time, they start to define how your spouse sees themselves and how they see the space between you. Ephesians 4:29 says, "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen." This verse gives us more than a rule. It gives us a direction. God's design for speech is for it to serve a purpose, to strengthen, to uplift, to care for the emotional and spiritual needs of our spouse. It reminds us that words aren't neutral. They either build up or they tear down.
And that phrase, unwholesome talk, in Greek, literally means rotten or decaying. Like that fruit that looks okay on the outside but is spoiled underneath. That's what sarcastic or shame-filled speech becomes in a marriage, a slow rot.
Jesus, on the other hand, modeled what life-giving words look like. He called people by their purpose, not by their past. He said, "Your faith has healed you. Neither do I condemn you. Come, follow me." If our words are to reflect Christ, they should lead us towards healing, not hiding. Identity, not insecurity.
Unwholesome talk isn't just profanity. It's sarcasm that stings. It's jokes that humiliate. It's labels that degrade.
Francis and Lisa Chan said it best in You and Me Forever. Marriage is one of the most humbling, sanctifying journeys you will ever be a part of. A platform to display love and commitment.
If our words aren't displaying love, we're using the platform wrong.
There are couples who don't even realize how far things have slipped. Name calling becomes normal, but under the surface, their trust is cracking.
They can't resolve even small things because their words have built invisible walls and they're both living behind them.
You ever notice how the harshest words seem to echo the longest?
That's because words don't just pass through, they plant themselves. And what you plant grows.
A marriage is a covenant, not a contract. And part of that covenant is a commitment to speak life into your partner.
Hebrews 3:13 says, "But encourage one another daily, as long as it is called today, so that none of you may be hardened by sin's deceitfulness." The Greek word for encourage also means call near. It's not just sweet talk. It's calling your spouse back to grace, back to truth, back to connection.
Daily encouragement protects your spouse's heart. It shields them and softens your home with hope, like rain for a dry field. And that's daily encouragement, not daily criticism, not daily sarcasm. You have to stop.
Your words are either making your spouse feel more safe or more small,
More cherished or crushed.
more like Christ or more like a failure.
You have power not just to hurt, but to heal, to bring peace, joy, restoration. That's what love looks like.
If you've gotten into a pattern of tearing down with your words, it is not too late to build something new.
Repent, apologize, and ask your spouse, what do you need to hear from me often?
Then start saying those things daily, even when you're upset, even when it's inconvenient. And here's a simple habit. Leave messages around the house that just remind your spouse how loved they are. Be creative in a way that encourages your spouse.
Love is a choice, it's not a feeling. You choose to love your spouse. You choose to say the right words to them that will build them up. And you also choose to say the words that will break them, that will crush them, destroy them. I know you prefer to choose the words that will build them up.
Let your words show the kind of love you promise. Patient, kind, faithful. Let them sound like Jesus, full of truth and grace.
If your words have wounded, today is the day to start again with words that honor, heal, and restore.
And if your heart has been wounded, don't hold it in. Invite Christ into your space. He speaks healing into your broken places.